Welcome to V-Diogames. VR.
Hi! The second thing I ever shot at the YouTube space in Toronto was a strange incident where I was finishing up my first shoot and it was mentioned to me that they were getting a Vive setup going and they had the Star Wars VR experience and wondered if I wanted to come by and check it out. And I thought, there's nothing to lose by checking out VR and trying to film it, so sure. I learned a whole lot, like going and trying to film yourself playing VR while talking and having no crew members, because Jacob couldn't make it. That's difficult. I lost an entire playthrough. The first two playthroughs, in fact, were gone. They were my first recording, so once I got the hang of the equipment a bit more and played something else, I went back to the Star Wars experience and recorded this, where I played through it for a, I think, third or fourth time. I can't quite remember which one. So I'm going into this with knowledge of what's in the experience, so bear that in mind. I already had spoilers, and generally mucked around and pointed out things I thought were funny and things I thought were a bummer. Anyway, here's what happened. Alright, an ILM lab experiment. This is like my fourth time through it, but hopefully the gameplay records this time. So, let's just do the run through. I'll play all innocent like I never seen this before. There it is. So it's Star Wars. In case you haven't heard of it. Oh, God. Oh, I never saw this shot. I must have skipped through this part. Okay, so there's new things for me here. There's a Millennium Falcon over a planet. Yep. It's my crappy barn. Like, the VR side of this is super cool. Don't get me wrong. What? No, those are lights turning on. The hardware end of this is, like, super immersive, etc., etc., super one-to-one. Great fun. This experience is sometimes immersive. But you'd be surprised. I'll try to show you some dumbass stuff in here that I discovered that I really liked. But I don't think I was supposed to like.
Don't
sure.
get your hopes up. I'm not here to bring you home.
Oh, my hopes are super low, don't worry.
Your teacher wanted me to drop something off, so it looks like you'll be sticking around this sandbox for a while.
At least 5 minutes. Hey, do you know who Chewbacca is? Because those are the noises that Chewbacca makes.
Looks like that patrol we
God!
had is
Okay, he's
coming
right
on.
inside me already.
Good idea. I'll tell him next time.
So I'm getting a little, like, vibrated thing every time I bonk him. Which is kind of fun. This game lets you
Joey,
bonk
watch
stuff.
that regulator. I'm gonna try to take these guys out.
And bonk these things, too. And I get a little vibrate. It's good. Whenever I do that. It's the most fun to do it to him, though.
I guess that took care of that.
Alright.
Hey down there.
Hi.
What do you see? What's the damage like out there?
Dumb.
The inverter lifter fell out. What do you mean it fell out?
It's this handle right
Can you
here.
reach that inverter?
He's too short. Silly.
Hey kid, lower that
What?
inverter so R2 can take a look.
Okay, so here's where you can start messing around a bit and makes you think that they've really got this thing going.
Wait, no. Don't just put it back in. Fix it, and then put it back in.
But then eventually this thing, almost as though it was designed for a show floor or a demo,
Lower it for the droid.
eventually it makes you start going forward. But it's fun to screw with it, because just going forward is really boring. Like, I just want to come over here and smack R2, and I want to try to break the Millennium Falcon. And it starts letting you think something's going to happen.
You've got a tool in your hand, right? Use it to grab that handle and drop that
My
inverter to
tool
the
is my
ground.
hand. Whoa, I lost my headphones. This is the thing when you start looking up in VR a whole lot. Oh, you see that? Okay, it just like, it automatically dropped it. Which is like super immersion breaking, right?
Anyway, he's scanning something.
Droid says it's a reset. Easy. Just hit the red button.
Right, so they want you to go hit this red button so this demo takes like 5 minutes because you hit a red button and then you're done. But what if you just want to hit stuff? It makes really good noises when you hit stuff. Like what if I'm a creative mechanic genius and I want to fix your ship the other way?
Tapping your tool to the red button on the inverter lifter.
Also, he could do with sounding more condescending about that because really I'm failing to do like the simplest task that anyone could ever ask of another human being, which is just hitting the red button. And I'm just standing here staring at it and then going, okay, I'll hit it.
Well, that's clearly not working. Let me see if I can trigger it.
See, then he can just trigger it anyway.
Okay, I thought this was gonna be quick. Now Chewie says hit the green button too.
See,
That should release some pressure.
if you're able to hit these buttons from the cockpit and whatnot, and I'm just trying to enjoy the Star Wars experience, like what if I just want to walk around and hit parts of your spaceship? Right? Because eventually you're going to turn that button on yourself.
Chewie, okay, kid. Chewie
Uh-huh.
says to hit the green button.
What, so like because Chewbacca's saying it, I'm like, oh, well, Chewbacca's cool, I'm going to hit the green button. There are other buttons here to hit, which is fun. But then eventually this thing just goes like, oh, you hit the green button. Good work. And R2's just gotten all out of it. Like he's way past the invisible wall. He wants no part of this anymore. I can't reach back there. See? See what I'm talking about? You didn't need me anyway.
Imperial shuttle, just what I need right now.
Because yeah, now this
We don't have time for this.
Joker's coming in.
Hit all of them. Hit all the buttons.
Right? They want you to hit every button. It's not satisfying because you're just touching it with your hand. You're not pushing it.
Hit all the buttons.
No!
Hit them now.
You don't need me to. Because he's going to want to do something soon. This thing's on a timer. This is meant for a show floor or something like that. Oh, no, I didn't hit all
Droid's
the...
got your gift from Luke.
Okay,
Like
so
you're gonna need it.
they want me to take that, and again, I'll just touch it. My hand will, like, teleport into being it. So what if I just want to walk inside the engine instead? And, like, what if I want to be the ship, you know? Like, once upon a time, this freaked me out, but now I feel like this is maybe the real game. Like, just be in here. Because eventually, that's just going to teleport to my hand, because I'm like, I'm Force Jesus. When all I want to do is stand here and hit the engine, make my music. See, he just shot it out of there, and I caught it. I don't even need to... And then I can't even put the lightsaber through my face, either. I have no arm to cut off. This thing doesn't react at all. I'm like, yo, I'm joining the Empire. I'm cutting all the wires. But then if I come over here, number one, I'm invincible. And I can parry these things. This is, like, not as fun as it might look. It's a bunch of work. I'd rather just do this. Because this is cool. This stuff's all flipping out. Like, if I could cut these things up, I'd just sit in here for like 10 minutes cutting stuff. But I can't reach those guys. I tried playing this like tennis, like... Seems maybe there's some game in here. There's a little bit of a game. But only kinda. Take out all two of them, buddy. Anyway, I just want to chill out and do this for a bit.
Where these doors came from. Chewie set up a suit vector. Good luck with whatever you cash are doing down there.
Don't worry.
Let it get to you. Everyone I've ever met from this planet is crazy.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who's just standing here with a laser sword, jamming it into whatever.
Take care of that droid.
And so this is the part where I'm like, all right, here comes the experience. I'm chopping this stuff up. It's good times. Yeah. Sticking my head into this thing. And it fades away. And it's like, it's done. And so I've still got the lightsaber, so I'm like, yo, what if I hate the writer? Like, I understand. This is just experience, but I'm like, you give me a lightsaber, just let me chop the credits up, you know? Like, I just want to be able to cut all these things up or stick it in things and get, like, sparks coming out. Like, why'd you take away all my oil drums? I was having fun with those. So now all I can do is wave this around. You know, this is kind of fun, but it's sticking in my face. Look inside the lightsaber a little bit. You can actually see all the inner workings, which is neat. Like, I'm kind of impressed by that bit, but for something that's like a toy, basically, you're supposed to play with for a few minutes, I thought there'd be more to play with. And like, this feels good, like high fidelity something or other, but oh. Okay, I take it back. There's a button that does something. That's kind of cool. But that's like it. All right. All right, you know what? I take it back. This is neat. Yeah! But I am getting bored of this now. If I could destroy some stuff, oh man. And we're back to boring here. Oh, I didn't want to start that again. All right, I'm out of here. So thanks for checking this thing out. Thanks to YouTube Face TO for busting out this Vive thing. It's a fun toy to play with. I don't need more Star Wars now. Ideally, this thing recorded and it all worked. We'll find out in a second, I guess. And if it did, take it easy. That's been some V-Diogames.